If you're thinking about installing an ultra short throw projector in your home, one of the things you need to consider is what screen you're going to use. And you absolutely need an ALR screen, an ambient light rejecting screen, to get the best performance out of your projector. So today we're going to take a look at the ScreenPro AD9100 SPR ALR screen, and it might be the one you need for your ultra short throw projector. Before we get started, if you're into tech, hi-fi, or movies, be sure to push the subscribe button for new weekly videos. So the first thing you might be asking yourself is, well, what the heck is an ALR screen, right? So an ALR screen is a screen specifically designed for ultra short throw projectors like this Hisense PX3 Pro that has a special screen material that has kind of a saw blade design so that light that's coming in is not directly reflected back to you. However, light that's coming from the bottom hits the saw blade and then does bounce back to you. So when you're in the viewing position, you get the most light output reflected from your projector back into your eyes, and then the light that's ambiently in the room is rejected, right? So ALR. And in general, this is going to give you the best picture possible from this type of projector. Now, daylight is always going to diminish the performance of any projection system, including a UST with an ALR. However, this kind of screen makes the experience a lot better than other types of screen. And I think maybe it's a good time to kind of just jump in and really show you what these things do. And we'll step through 3 different scenarios of using projection screens in your home so you can see what those look like. Now, after that, we'll get into the specs of the screen itself. What we're going to do now is show you a comparison of a really good ultra short throw projector, and this is the Hisense PX3 Pro, when you project on a normal long throw projection screen versus what happens when you project onto the ScreenPro ALR, right? And remember, the ALR screen, the ambient light rejecting screen, is designed to give you the best performance in a room that has ambient light, and that's what we're doing here. So we've got a lot of windows in this room. There's a lot of light in here, and as you can see, the picture that you get off of this Hisense when you project onto a long throw projection screen, so this does not have ALR technology, is not very good. It's really, really washed out. The colors are bad, and this is not something you want to watch. Now, at nighttime, using this kind of screen with a UST is not too bad, but it's still not the preferred method. So we're going to go ahead and move over and use this projector with the ScreenPro screen so you can see the huge difference in picture quality that you get when you move from long throw screen to ultra short throw ALR screen. And now this is when we use the same projector on the ScreenPro ALR screen. Now this is the same time of day. I literally just moved this down, and we still have all of the daylight streaming in through the windows, but you can see the picture is much, much better. Now, the last comparison I want to do is to show what this looks like once it's nighttime and there's no ambient light coming in from the outside, and what this will do for the picture quality at that point. So you'll be able to see all 3 different use cases, which is 1, a projector on a screen that's not made for an ultra short throw projector with a lot of light. Then step 2, where we are now, which is in a room with a lot of light, but with the ScreenPro ALR screen. And then this next will be in the evening when it's dark, there's not a lot of ambient light, but you're using the correct screen for this type of projector. And this is in the evening with the shades closed and very little ambient light, just a little bit coming in from the side room. The picture here is absolutely stunning in person. It's gorgeous. Another thing that I want to point out is that all screens that are gray are not necessarily ALR screens. So it's not the color of the screen that really dictates the performance of the screen, although that does have an impact, right? Different colors will give you different contrasts when you view the screen. It's really the material that's important. And this is the material called T-Prism from ScreenPro. That is their most advanced ambient light rejecting screen technology. Right now, there's another technology called Fresnel technology, and ScreenPro asserts that their T-Prism is the next step beyond that technology. I don't have that in hand to show you a direct comparison. However, the performance of this material is quite good. Now let's go ahead and jump into what's going on with the screen, right? So you understand about the material now, but one of the things that's really cool is that this is a electric screen. And what that means is this thing will pop up and down by itself using the nifty remote control, right? So let's take a look and watch this thing in operation now. One thing I like about this type of screen, this electric self-rising screen, is that you can keep it hidden to a certain extent when it's not in use. Now, there's also special pieces of furniture where you can take this screen and install it into the furniture that will completely hide both your projector and the screen while they're not in use. You know, some people will use this in tandem with a regular television, or they'll have artwork up on the wall that they want to be able to see when the screen is not open. So it gives you a lot more flexibility than just having a fixed screen, kind of like the one that I have on the wall behind it right now. It gives you a different aesthetic, and it gives you a lot more flexibility in the design and the use of your room. This ScreenPro screen includes what they call their synchronizer. So this is a unit that sits in line of power behind your projector. So this doesn't plug into the screen. This plugs into the back of your projector, and then the power goes in here. And what this does is this will sense when projector power is turned on, and it'll send a signal back to the screen to automatically open the screen. So that once you have this thing set up and you install this with your projector, you never really need to use the remote control for your screen again, right? So all you have to do is sit down, turn on your projector. When that turns on, this will notify the screen that the projector is on and running. The screen will pop up. And then on the flip side, when you turn off your projector, this will send a signal to the screen saying, hey, projector's off, and then the screen will automatically lower. So this is all included in the low price, pretty sweet little dongle. Now let's talk about the physical design and then the side panel of the unit itself, right? So the design is a little more interesting than the standard rectangular version that you see from a lot of producers. This does have a nice angled front, which gives it a little more character. This comes in both black and white, and sizes start at, maybe they start at 100, maybe they start a little bit smaller, but you can also get these in 120s and 150s, so they get really, really big, just depending on what you need. Now, here on the side, you've got all of the controls for the unit. So you have your master power switch with your power in. Then you also have what looks like an RJ45 connector, and you can use this for remote control of the unit. You also have a button that you can manually control the unit with if your remote control isn't handy. So you can click up for up, down to put it into the down position, and then this is the neutral position that you would leave it in the event that you're using your remote, which is what I would suggest doing most of the time. And then there's also a small pair button here in case you need to reset the box or repair your remote control if it becomes unpaired for any reason. But nice, elegant solution. It's got what looks almost like enamel, but it's some type of nice paint finish on the unit itself. Very nice, very attractive. Now let's talk a little bit about the remote control. So nice, sleek unit. Has a light up light here so you can see the actual function, so you know if this thing's doing something or not. But it has 4 buttons. You have up, a down, and then a stop button. So if you wanted to stop this halfway through raising or lowering, you'd use this button. Then you also have a set button here. So this is interesting. On a lot of other ultra short throw projection ALR screens of this type, the electric self-rising and self-lowering screens, to set your maximum height, you'll have to do that as a manual configuration. This unit with the ScreenPro allows you to do it through the remote control so that you can set that electronically rather than having to physically adjust the unit itself. So it makes it really nice from the point of view of you don't need any additional tools to really service this. All you need is your remote, and then you can up, down, and then also set the maximum height of where you want this to open to. And we're down to the last feature that I want to talk about with this screen, and that is the acoustically transparent black bottom border. So you see this black part here. In the past, that would be a solid material that really was just kind of the end of the screen. Now, in these newer units, they actually make that acoustically transparent so that you can solve one of the major issues with this kind of screen technology, which is where do you put your center channel, right? Since this thing is sitting on the floor or on your cabinet, there's really no place to put a center channel below it, right? You can't do this like a television. So they have solved the problem by allowing you to put the center channel behind the screen, just like you would in a traditional old school long throw projection screen. And then it can play through what is a perf material. So that's not woven, that is a perf acoustically transparent screen material. Pretty cool, right? Well, all right, that brings us to the end of the ScreenPro 100-inch ALR review. I really like this screen. It made a huge difference in my viewing experience using an ultra short throw projector in my room. And if it works for me, I think it'll work for you as well. Now, if you've liked this video, there'll be another one down in the corner. Give it a shot. And with that, we're going to go ahead and close. Remember, like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all those things, and I'll see you in the next video.